cut out the stress of commuting, being on someone else's clock, workplace politics, and enjoy the freedom and the work-life balance of setting your own schedule and working from wherever suits you. It's Rowan here from LoveWorkAtHome.com, where we help you find freedom and work-life balance by sharing information on making extra side income, finding a work-from-home job, and starting an online business. So if that sounds good to you, hit the subscribe button, smack that bell so you don't miss out on the great content we have in store. Now, for a deeper dive on what I'm going to share with you in this video, and for more information on certification, doing courses, how to become a translator or an interpreter, and also where to find eight great sites where to find the best job. In fact, in the blog there's way more, but I've also got a video with 8 great sites. Check out the blogs in the description below and check out these videos that are carding right now. Okay, so translator versus interpreter. What is the difference and what do they do? Well, the main difference is that a translator translates the written word from one language to another, whereas an interpreter interprets a spoken language and speaks it in another language to an audience or to recording equipment or between people or whatever it might be. Now, a translator's job description means that they need to have a good grasp on not only the language, but also the culture, because there's all sorts of nuances and jargon and all sorts of culture-specific stuff and words and, idiosyncrasies, for lack of a better word, that these translators really need to know and understand so that they can convey that message properly. Also, a translator can use tools such as dictionaries and reference materials because it's not an on-the-spot process, unlike an interpreter. So an interpreter's job description means that they need to be able to speak both languages, sometimes to an audience or recording equipment, but sometimes just back and forth between people, but they need to listen and then memorize it and then process it and then convey the message all in one swift action. I find interpreters just incredibly quick. I'm super impressed by the world of interpretation and translation because having such a great grasp on the language is just impressive. It's such a great skill. Now, in terms of interpretation, a little example is, say when you go to a big seminar or something. I think I've got a photo of one over the page. Yeah, if you go to a big seminar like, I don't know, a Tony Robbins event or something, I've been to his events before where he just speaks for hours and hours on end, and it gets interpreted into many different languages like Japanese and French and Spanish via headsets. Now, for this interpreter, this interpreter just needs to be highly skilled at this process of taking information, memorizing it, processing it, and speaking it in another language, all while still taking on more and more information continuously. And if you've ever heard Tony Robbins talk, you know that is an impressive feat. So the big question is, how much do translators make and how much do interpreters make? Now, of course, it depends on lots of different factors, a bunch of factors like the languages the industries you're capable of working in, experience, project size, all that sort of stuff. But enough with the babble. Here's a table summarizing how much translators make and how much interpreters make. In terms of translator, they earn anywhere, ZipRecruiter sounds pretty nice, up to $64K a year, and then salary.com was more down to $47K per year. Upwork is saying $15 to $45, huge variance, obviously. In terms of interpreters, that was a bit more of a steady mixture between 40 grand up to 44,000 for a medical interpreter. And in terms of some other websites, usnews.com, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and Indeed.com, for both translator and interpreter, they didn't distinguish between the two. It was around the high 40s mark, so you're getting up towards the $50K US dollars per year. Now, it looks like ZipRecruiter did get a little bit excited about the translator salaries, but regardless, the average of both these salaries indicate that translators make around $51,000 per annum and interpreter salary is around $45,000 per annum. Now, they are some pretty impressive numbers for a skill that you've probably already got buried deep inside your mind and have done since you were a child. There's a good chance. So I hope you got something out of that. If so, hit that subscribe button. The next step is obviously where to find the best interpreter and translator jobs. The videos here and cards and all that sort of stuff. So check them out. Subscribe on that photo of my mug. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.